Shalom. First and foremost, I'm gonna give all glory and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rachakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Alright, just finna get into this quick lesson. Alright, basically Esau is about to crash out, because he's being revealed for his wickedness, his enchantments. They're not really working like how they used to back then, and it's all because Yahweh Shem Yahushai, of course, got his prophets out here, and then the help of the internet, So the prophets is using the internet to expose the so-called white man, and then you got other people exposing the so-called white man. I was watching a video yesterday and today, last night, what was it? Basically what's going on over there in Gaza, all right? Basically they're slaughtering people over there, basically, all right? And they're trying to push ads. Google is, being helped by I believe it's Israel. They're being helped by Israel or being funded by Israel to promote ads that tells you, positive things of what's going on in Gaza, when it's totally the opposite, So hey, this man has no way out. He's seeing that what his his enchantments ain't working no more. So soon to come, he's gonna crash out and just go all out on these people, But this is Job. This is Job 20 and verse 27. The heaven shall reveal his iniquity, and the earth shall rise up against him. All right, it says the heaven shall reveal his iniquity. That heaven is going to the internet. All right, because you have the what? You got the satellites up there that that's able to connect us. But yeah, it says the heaven shall reveal his iniquity. All right, iniquity going into sin upon sin. All right, so now it's being exposed that, hey, this man, the so-called white man, that they're going over there in Gaza. All right, they're over there, playing target practice, with children. All right, things of that nature. All right, just over there, just doing whatever, basically being that bloody man that he is. All right, but in past times, what's the word? Propaganda. They'll paint the narrative the way they want to paint it. When it's going actually the opposite. That's not able to be. They can't do that no more because hey, everybody got a phone. Everybody could report on something. All right, and you just upload it to the internet. So hey, they have their plans is just not working out no more, And it says that the earth shall rise up against them. Yep, the people. All right, you got these whistleblowers out here. That's what I was watching last night, or actually tonight. This night, basically he was going into how they was down there just killing, innocent people, and they're trying to paint the narrative of positive things, or they're doing good. Nah, they ain't over there doing good things. They're being that devil that they are. So now I'm gonna go to Isaiah. Isaiah 47 and verse, let me see, 12. Stand now with thy enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be thou shalt be able to profit, if so be thou mayest prevail. Yep. So hey, and cause through Esau's, internet, when it first was coming around, all right, the television, all right, they was able to paint narratives, they was able to paint, oh, we're coming over here to do this, to get the do this to the terrorists, things of that nature, just tell complete lies, So hey, Al-Bashim al-Shah is saying, stand now with thy enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth, if so be that thou shalt be able to profit, if so be that thou mayest prevail, because that's how they was prevailing through, because all of it was witchcraft, it was all witchcraft. All right, they was able to prevail, really have the minds of the people, you know, for them, you know. Verse 13, thou art worried in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. Yup. And they're seeing the so-called white man is ultimately seeing that they're losing control of the narrative, all right, of what they want people to believe, They're basically losing the people, all right? You got people out here basically saying to fight against America, stand upon truth, So hey, these people are, hey, Esau is losing, he's losing control, that witchcraft ain't working no more, because ultimately Yahweh Bashim al Shah is allowing your kingdom to fall, and we know, here real quick. Just real quick, this is Mark chapter 3 and verse 24. And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. So see, so ultimately, Yahweh Shem Shah is allowing the division to happen in this, here in America. He's allowing the lies to be, basically brung to the light, and people are seeing that their government is corrupt and that the leaders are corrupt, that they're not really for them. All right. Hey, so now these people are really, in a uproar, like, oh, our government's corrupt, we need to stand up for our own selves, So hey, Yahweh Shemel Shah is ultimately down for, what's going on, because it's prophecy, That was it on that. So yeah, Esau is not gonna be able to escape, his downfall of his kingdom, all right? And that's what's gonna lead to him crashing out, But this is Habakkuk 2 and verse 15. Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that puttest thy bottle to him, and makest him drunken also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness, all right? And that drink, it ain't going into literal alcohol, or juice. Nah, it's going into, or it's like not juice, wine, but it's going into philosophy, or doctrine, all right? And America was able to indoctrinate, the regular American citizens, through propaganda, all right? Propaganda on the TV, all right? Through internet ads, all right? Things of that nature, Just basically, having them think what they want them to think, about a certain situation, Just how you got, hey, Esau right now is painting that narrative of the so-called Northern Kingdom, which are, the Latin tribes, that they're criminals, they're immigrants, they're illegals, when ultimately this was their country, all right? You were the illegal immigrants. You're the criminals, but they're painting that picture, you know, and what, backing it up by saying, oh, this man killed. See, this man is killing people. You know, he's doing it. You know, so but it says woe unto him. So death and destruction unto him. You know, unto Esau. Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. You know, and ultimately that's what's going to come. You know, and maketh him drunken. Also that thou mayest look on their nakedness. Yup. Basically got them in a, you know, these people without the, you know, the truth, you know. People out here, you know, clothed with, or not clothed, Salakia. They're, like our people, you know. They're without this truth, you know. It says, you know, they're without this truth to understand what's really going on, Salakia. Verse 16, thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be upon thy glory. So see, shameful spewing is being upon America's glory. All right, that, hey, America's not that, you know, good place that America is funding what? You know, criminals. All right, rather than helping out the people of America, you know. So, hey, they can't escape it, you know. They can't escape, you know, them being, you know, revealed, you know, because that's what Yahweh Shah said. Everything that's, you know, done in the dark, it shall come to light, roughly paraphrasing, you know. So, yeah, hey, all their lies is being, you know, is being brought up. So this is what's going to cause them to crash out, basically, you know. This is Revelation chapter 12 and verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. So see, and the so-called white man understands that, hey, their kingdom is up, basically, you know, that they can't control the people they want, how they want to, no more, because what, the prophets is out here, you know, the heavens is revealing, you know, his iniquity. All right, he can't escape, you know, he can't escape that. Hey, he can't escape Slakia. He can't escape, you know, the people looking at him a certain way no more. You know, back then, you know, people would look at him like what? Like he was like they were God-fearing people, you know. But now people are seeing them for what? They are criminals, you know. They are the real criminals, you know. So what? So what are they going to do? It says, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. So, hey, Esau, so-called white man is going to do a mass. He's gonna basically take down as many people as he can, you know, right along with himself, you know, because he understands that, hey, his kingdom is up, you know. Hey, yeah, your kingdom is up, Esau. You know, this is the end. This is the end of your kingdom, all right? You can't escape this, you know. You can't escape, you know, falling, all right, because this is what Yahweh Bashim Shah wants ultimately, you know. So that was pretty much it. You know, I just want to hit them quick points, you know, just came to me. Yahweh Bashim Shah. You know, so Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Gonna give all glory and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem Hakwadash. Double honors to the apostle and elders, great millstone. All right, Shalom.